Some wives look faithful from the outside, but feel very different on the inside. Let's call her Louise. Louise grew up faster than most. Her father was absent and her mother was very sick. So while other children were learning who they were, Louise was learning how to take care of someone else. She cared for her mother on her own until the day her mother died. Louise still had family, aunties, relatives from her hometown. But somewhere along the way, she learned something quietly dangerous. That love had to be earned. That if she gave enough, helped enough, paid for enough, people would stay. And for a long time, that's exactly how it worked. Soon after her mother passed, Louise met a man. He felt like stability, like ground beneath her feet. Someone mature, someone strong. Within 6 months, they were married, relocated, and started building a life together. But within months of the wedding, Louise became very sick. Hospitals returned to her life again, and the church they belonged to prayed for something else, a miracle baby. Every Sunday, they were called to the front, hands placed on their shoulders. Prayers spoken loudly, faith declared confidently, but the miracle never came. Years passed, and hope slowly turned into something harder to carry, embarrassment. All those eyes waiting for proof that God had answered. The only place Louise could breathe sometimes was work, because work gave her something else to focus on. Deadlines, problems, people, but her husband never understood that. She wasn't allowed to socialize with coworkers, no birthdays, no gatherings, no friendships outside the church. Eventually, they both became pastors, which meant she had even less space to be honest about how she was really feeling. They adopted 2 dogs, and those pups brought her real joy. But every Sunday, the church still prayed publicly for their miracle baby. Decades passed like this, until one day, someone from work started asking questions about her. Not her health, not her fertility, just her. They started texting. It never became physical. He was married, and she would never destroy her husband. But somewhere between messages and late-night honesty, they fell in love. Not the kind of love you run away with, the kind you quietly carry, because leaving would break too many lives. Louise often said, "What would he do without me?" And then one day, her illness took her life. Her husband stood in the church and gave her eulogy. He spoke clearly. He thanked everyone. He honored her life, but he didn't shed a single tear. And some people left that day wondering, did he love her less than she believed? Or did Louise spend her whole life confusing being needed with being loved?